today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do an absolute ton of damage to where you have no problem with leveling up through the brand new Tap Hero event. So if you're currently struggling with either tap damage or getting a lot of DPS in general, I got you covered. Now before we get on to it, it is giveaway time, and I got a special giveaway for you guys. We're going to be giving away one Titanic soccer cat to one lucky winner out there. To enter this giveaway, all you gotta do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your Roblox username in the comment section down below. Best of luck to you guys. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get you guys some damage. Okay, the first things first, in order to get a lot of damage, we need to go inside of the Tap Hero event. And the way to do that is by going inside of this building right here, or clicking the button on the left side that says Tap Heroes. Once you do so, it will take you inside of the event. As you can see right now, I'm currently rocking a solid 20.4 trillion tap damage. And then if I equip my team here, I'm currently rocking 4.62 billion DPS. So as you can see, I do quite a lot of damage. And if you're wondering what level I'm currently on, well, I'm actually at level 120, and if I wanted to, I could actually rebirth right now. Now, before you get into doing a lot of damage, you need to know what the DPS and tap damage actually mean. So what these two damage indicators actually do, the first one, we got DPS. Now, you're probably thinking this is just damage per second. This has to do with literally everything in total. It actually doesn't. It only has to do with your pet's damage and only your pet's damage. So that means enchants and stuff like that do not add for this total of damage. It's only with your pets. Now for tap damage, this is where everything comes into play, including your pets as well, and enchants and all that types of stuff. So that means if you were to get pets, change out your enchants, that's where you'll see the tap damage actually go up. So now that you guys know the difference of what these two damage indicators actually do, let's get into how to do a ton of damage. So the first damage indicator we're going to get into is DPS, and like I said before, that only has to do with the pets that you currently have. So the first damage indicator we're going to get into is DPS, and the way to actually increase your DPS is by getting a bunch of pets. Pets is the only way to increase this one. So just hatching this egg normally, or any egg throughout different levels, will give you DPS, and it will keep increasing over time, and you actually have an infinite amount of slots, meaning every single pet you have will stack onto each other, giving you more of a damage increase. So as you can see on the right side of my screen, this is actually my team. So this is where all the infinite pets go, and they stack on top of each other and show you the actual multiplier and how much damage they actually do. So as you can see, I have like a times 2000, times 1500, you know, stuff like that. So that indicates that I've hatched a lot of those pets in particular, and they stacked on top of each other. Now, it does not matter which egg you hatch, regardless, they're going to increase your DPS, but obviously you want to go for the highest tier egg that you're able to, because the higher the tier you go, the better the pets will be, and the more DPS you're going to actually be able to do. Now, speaking of different tiers of these eggs, there is a total of 10 tiers, and once you get to the 10th tier, that is where the strongest pets in this event will actually be. And the strongest pet in the event that you can actually get is the Samurai Kitsune, and I actually only have one of them. Now, you're probably thinking, Elcon, how do I upgrade the tier of my egg? I'm currently stuck on, you know, like level 20 or something along those lines. The way to increase the tier of your egg is by either going up in levels. So I'm pretty sure at level 21, you should get the tier 2 egg or the tier 3, or you can actually head over here to the Tap Heroes upgrades, which you use these tokens right here, which is tap tokens. You upgrade in here, and you can actually upgrade the egg to unlock better pets in those eggs as well by, you know, spending your tokens. And then once you start going from level to level, you will start seeing that egg increase in tier, eventually getting to tier 10, giving you the best chances for the best pets. Now, like I said before, there is no limit on how many pets you can hatch and how much they can actually stack. So just keep hatching those eggs over and over whenever you can, and you'll start seeing your DPS increase. So if you started hatching a ton of pets and you're starting to see your DPS go up a little bit, but not as much, that's okay, because there is one other way to increase the DPS, and that is from the Tap Heroes upgrades. Inside of here, you can go over here to the pet damage, upgrade this as much as you possibly can, and that will give you a huge increase to your DPS, and you should see a lot more of an improvement. So now that we got the DPS out of the way, let's get into the tap damage. So like I said before, tap damage is practically your total amount of damage, including pets, enchants, so on and so forth. Everything has to do with your tap damage. So the ways to increase your tap damage, one of them being the Tap Heroes upgrade. You can go in here and upgrade your tap damage as much as you possibly can, and that'll fully max it out. And that'll give you a pretty good increase. The next way to do so, and a really good way at that, is enchant. So inside of your inventory, you're going to go over here to enchants, and you're going to get a loadout specifically for you. So the best enchants that I have found to use for getting a lot of DPS, especially for tap damage, would be tap power, and that is the max tier that you possibly can. Now, you don't absolutely have to have the max tier of tap power enchant. Just use any tap power book and it should increase your tap damage by quite a good bit. And then I also recommend using chest breaker as well. This will also increase it quite a good bit. Now, I'll actually show you guys that it does work. If I take off one tap power book, my 20.4 trillion tap damage will actually drop. So let me take one off, and as you can see, it can drop here, and boom, it went down to 19.7. If I took off another one, it should drop even lower. Yep, 18.8, so on and so forth. And if I put them back on, it will go back up to 20.4. Same exact thing goes with chest breaker. If I take off chest breaker, it will also decrease the amount of tap damage I do. So it went down to 16.7. So as you can see, it definitely does work. Now, a bunch of people have been debating whether corruption and other enchants actually work. Corruption does not work at all. It definitely can have the corruption effect on the chest, but it does not increase your tap damage. Other ones that do not work is fireworks. That does not work at all. Anything to do with increasing your pet's damage does not work on that whatsoever. Other ones that do not work is orbs. Any orbs do not work that I have seen. Larger taps doesn't increase the damage, but it does increase the radius. And I'm pretty sure the only other enchant that actually does indeed work is the brand new enchant, and that is the Swift Taps enchant, which actually doubles your tapping power with 2 times tap speed. So this will actually make it insane if you actually do have this book. But the only 3 books that I've seen that do like a significant amount of damage or actually work is tap power, chest breaker, and Swift Taps. And now into the last and final way to increase your tap damage, and that is from hatching pets. So like I said before, hatching pets will increase the DPS you do and the tap damage, because tap damage is your total. So as you're hatching pets, you will see the total amount of tap damage keep going up and up and up, no matter how many pets you actually hatch. So right now I'm at 20.4 trillion damage. If I hatch this tier 10 egg, I'm actually going to get an increase in my damage. So here we go, 136 eggs, and boom, it went up to 21.1 trillion. If I do it again, it's going to increase even more to a solid 21.8 trillion. So like I said, every time you hatch pets, it will keep increasing this damage, and well, you just keep going higher and higher and higher. But there you go. The best ways to increase your total amount of damage is by hatching a lot of pets, the best ones that you can, and using enchants as well. Obviously, after you max your upgrades out, it's going to give you a good increase, but upgrades can only go so far. Same thing that goes with enchants, it's limited as well, but pets is practically unlimited, so that's pretty much an unlimited way of getting a lot of damage. Would you like to use multiple Roblox accounts like me? Then I definitely recommend using UG Phone. UG Phone is a 24/7 cloud-based service, meaning it's running on the cloud. So it uses no computer resources whatsoever. You never have to worry about overheating, lag, or anything like that, because it's just running on the servers in the cloud. UG Phone is available for download on Android, iOS, and even the Windows app. If you guys would like to try out UG Phone yourself, all you're going to do is click the link in the description down below, or use my code E1KONN. Once you do that, you'll get 688 free diamonds that you can convert into a free device and try it out yourself. Okay, so this is what UG Phone looks like on the computer app. It'll look somewhat similar on Android and iOS as well. So once you use my code and or link, your free device will pop up here. If you don't really care about the free device and you want to be able to buy a device yourself, then you're just going to head over here to the buy section. Once you're in the buy section, you're going to see these 5 options up here. The higher the option to go, the better the quality of the device will be, meaning better performance, less lag, and all that types of stuff. Now, it's not really necessary to go that high, but it's totally up to you. You can just go with GVIP. It really doesn't matter. You're just going to select your system. You're going to select the area that's closer to you, and then you're going to select the time that you would like to buy that device for. Now, just keep in mind that once you buy a device, you can only run one Roblox account on that device. So if you plan on running multiple accounts, you're going to need multiple devices. Now, these prices are pretty affordable that I can say for myself, but that all depends on your situation and where you live. Prices will be different and stuff like that, so just see if it's affordable for you. But once you buy your brand new device, you're just going to head back to the device section. Okay, so your device should pop up here, and you're just going to click whatever device you want, and it will open up just like so. So now what you're going to do is go into the Google Play Store, and you're going to download the Roblox app and an auto clicker so you don't disconnect every 20 minutes. Once you have both of them downloaded, you're going to first go into the auto clicker here, and you're going to enable it to where it's on your screen just like so. So now we're just going to back out, and we're going to hop into the Roblox app, and now we are going to open up Pet Simulator 99. So we're going going to scroll on down, Pet Simulator 99, and I'm going to go to my private server for this example. Alright, so we are now in the game, and as you can see, here is my main account, no problem at all, and it runs pretty smooth as well. So depending on what you want to do, whether you want to farm the last area, the current event going on, either way, you'll be able to do so, no problem at all. So for this example, let's just go ahead and do the current event that's happening. So I've been teleported inside, we're going to walk in the hatch zone. Actually, I have no problem with hatching eggs, and there we go, we're hatching eggs. So now I'm just going to take my auto clicker anywhere on my screen, it does not matter whatsoever. Just going to turn it on, and we are good to go. I can now fully close my device. I will continue hatching this whole entire time. I can shut my computer off, the electricity can go out, the internet can go out, and my device will still indeed be running. And that is how you set up and use multiple accounts on Roblox. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get back to the video. But there we go, that is the best ways to increase your DPS and your total amount of tap damage. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, then definitely make sure to drop a like, click that subscribe button, and click the notification bell to never miss an upload. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.